Hey everybody, welcome back. Robby.
Thank you for having me.
Meet the people.
Awesome. Hello, everybody.
Everyone through that camera lens back there. Well, welcome to CIR Live. Thank you for being here today. And I'm so excited to have Mortgage Connection as our official partner at CIR. That's a huge deal, as you know. It was many, many, many months of conversations back and forth. And I know that's as important as it was for us picking the right person, that you guys felt just as strongly about that. And we needed to check all of your boxes too, because your culture and the fit and everything for your brokers is so important. So we were very honored that you also wanted us.
Well, thank you for having me. And yeah, no, we definitely are very grateful for the alignment, for the partnership. Really, we feel like there is similar core values with our groups. At Mortgage Connection, 3 of our core values are culture, collaboration, and community. Our brokers like to share ideas with each other. They're very passionate about being around each other, and we see that with the CIR group all the time at your events. Everybody loves each other, which is quite fantastic.
We do. We love each other. Hey, it's weird, but we do. It's nice.
We say that often too. We're a group of about 70 best friends that like to get together and have fun, and most importantly, we like to give back to the community, which is, again, one of your core values as well. So. It's actually mandated at Mortgage Connection that $50 from each and every transaction goes into a community fund. So
wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and so this year in 2021, with about 3,000 transactions, that's going to be $150,000 back to the community as well.
That's incredible. Yeah. Good for you guys and to all of your brokers for participating. That makes a really big difference.
Absolutely. Well, we have to give back to the communities that we serve, and again, similar philosophies, similar mentalities, and that's why we're both here.
I love it. Thank you. So we're going to talk a little bit about banks versus mortgage brokers without trashing banks, because we all love banks. We all need banks. We see value in banks. So this is not that type of segment. But we do want to focus on the difference that using a mortgage broker specifically can make in transactions.
Absolutely.
So why don't you kick us off?
Absolutely. And I mean, we have access to the banks, as you know, as well. So we do offer bank products. But it's important when you're talking to your consumer for them to not necessarily just have a bank's mindset. And so a lot of times they'll receive information from the bank because that's their first sort of point of contact with their checkings and their savings account. Yeah. But when we have the opportunity to earn their business or work with them, we can really offer them the power of choice. And, you know, a great broker will not only have access to, 30 different lenders, but they'll also know the niches of the different lenders that they work with. And that's something we take a lot of pride in at Mortgage Connection, is that our brokers really do know the ins and outs of the different products that they have. And as an example, I mean, we hear often when consumers come to us, let's say they're on a work permit, they'll say that, I need to have 10% down, and we'll say, no, we have options where you can get a home with 5% down. Wow. Or we'll have a consumer that'll come to us and, they may have bought a property about a year ago and they're looking to upsize because they've expanded their family, or maybe it's the other way around where they've, gone through something where it's a separation or something like that.
Yeah.
And we'll have options where we can offset their existing property almost completely with market rent, and they can get into another property with minimum down.
Wow.
And so but
that's a lot of flexibility than I think most people would imagine they would have when looking for a mortgage.
Absolutely. And again, those niches that come to the marketplace, now realtors know about, as an example, child benefit, and how that's something that can be used for helping qualify. They'll ask their customers, do you have any children? Do you have any child benefit that you receive? We had that niche before it was being offered kind of widespread through the banks.
Wow.
So when it comes to niches, we have those options, and we really are able to provide the best solutions to the customers and to our realtor partners. At the end of the day, if you can, as going back to that example, if you can contact the customer that you just sold a property to a year ago and talk to them about maybe their expanded needs or their different needs now, and they have an opportunity again to purchase a home with minimum down, it's a huge opportunity to sell another property.
Yeah. So are there certain institutions that you guys use more often than not that banks just would never have access to? Like, are there certain products that you can say, for self-employed people, for example, that a bank just wouldn't be able to offer something comparatively?
Certainly, it is bank specific. So as an example, there's a stated insured product that's available for self-employed individuals that aren't declaring all of their income. Certain banks just don't.
Does that sound familiar to anybody?
Certain banks just don't have that product. And so we know which lenders do offer that product. And again, we're able to provide a solution there. Or even if it falls outside of the box of an insured mortgage. Let's say somebody's looking to put down 20%. They just started their company. They're a new truck driver, as an example. They've only been at the job 6 months, and we can use alternate lenders as well when it comes to finding them a solution to help them get into their home.
Wow. This is a little bit off topic, but rates right now in general, just because I feel like you're on here and the market's super busy, we should probably touch on this. What are you seeing out there recommending what's good, what's not good? If you were sitting down with just kind of like your average home owner right now and you had to make a basic recommendation or something they should be expecting over the next couple years, what would your 3 or 5 year fixed? What's your favorite?
Yeah, so we do have some specialized rates out there right now. So as an example, we have an insured mortgage on a 90-day quick close or relatively quick close at P minus 1.25, which is 1.2% today. On the variable.
That's insane.
And I'm a huge advocate of the variable. That's something that I like to encourage customers for. It seems like if they want to make a move in a few years or life circumstances change, and if COVID's taught us anything, things can change.
Yep.
I like the flexibility of a variable. We also have a 5-year fixed special at 174 right now as well. So, and those are insured rates.
That's incredible. Do you have a magic ball prediction of what you think rates are going to do in the next year? No one's going to hold you to it because you can't hold him to it. But if you had to guess,
I'm very hesitant on that, just because I feel that every prediction over the last 10 years that I've seen has been incorrect.
I know,
but
it's fascinating.
I think we may see a Bank of Canada increase over, kind of in the relative short term, 18 months or so. So I think maybe something like that would be on the horizon, but it is very hard to predict. We saw fixed rates, as an example, or bond rates increase earlier this year, and now we saw some settling down. I just checked on Friday, and they seem to be going up again, so it is very difficult to predict. But either option that a consumer picks today, whether it's variable or fixed, they're really getting into a great mortgage solution.
That's awesome. So go.
I was going to say about 2/3 of their payment is going towards paying off their principal. So
that was the most, if you could say anything that's fun about a mortgage. But when we used Mortgage Connection for the last mortgage that Lindsay and I had on our house, and seeing what you're able to pay off, that's not just interest with these rates right now, is as most fun as a mortgage could ever be. Because when in history does that ever happen? It doesn't. Years and years is just interest, right? You never get to pay down principal. And the fact with rates today, you get to start doing that. It's historically, if you were to talk to I shouldn't say your parents or grandparents because we have all ages here. So you may know that. But for those of you that don't know that, who are my age, this is literally historical that we're able to do this. So it's probably a fun time to be in the industry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Versus being unfortunately, guys, you have an 18% more. This just is what it is. 18%. Good luck to you.
Absolutely. Thank goodness we're all in the marketplace right now helping consumers. So it certainly is an exciting time, a very opportune time right now.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for being here. And thank you for being a partner with CIR. We're very, very grateful to have you.
Likewise. Thank you.